love about DK TV is because we get the opportunity to interview and kind of chop it up with legends. And to my left, I have legendary MC Shadi. What is going on, my brother?
Yeah, what up, Robbie?
We go back like Jerry curls, man. And there's not very many artists out there that can even attempt to do a greatest hits.
Okay.
What's been going on with you, bro?
Well, you know, I'm just doing the DJing thing right now. You know, I hit the road from time to time, do an old school show here, old school show there.
Oh,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
need that. We need that.
Yeah.
We need that. So how's that been going as far as?
Oh, everything been cool. I've been going out. I did some shows with Salt and Pepper, Heavy D. I did a couple of shows with Big Daddy Kane. So, you know, they trying to bring like the 80s rappers back.
Yeah, most definitely. We need that. We need that. And right now he's being kind of modest. I kind of was like doing a little reading, a little research.
Okay.
Jermaine Dupri, did you just like so happen to wrote his first rhyme?
Yeah, believe it or not, when Jermaine was a real young guy, you know, I was out there doing my thing, and I used to always see his mom and dad and him from time to time, like at a Run DMC concert or something.
Okay.
So his dad pulled me to the side one day and was like, "Yo, I want to pay you, you know, to teach JD how to do his thing." You know what I'm saying? So,
oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't much, maybe $75 a week or something, you know.
Yeah, look how much it's worth today, though.
That's what I'm saying. So they used to come over to my house, and I used to try to show them how to write patterns and stuff like that.
Okay, so you, in a sense, is responsible for a lot of things that we're taking privilege in enjoying today with Jermaine Dupri.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel good because he's a mega star, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now see, I got to pull some things out of you, man.
Okay. You
still being a little modest and things. Let's give our audience a little bit of history on MC Shadi.
Okay, well basically, I was doing my thing back in the early 80s. You had a guy that came before me, believe it or not, that was locally called Mojo. And
right.
He used to do all the Books and Boogie shows, so I used to always go to the Books and Boogie shows, and Mojo used to be rocking. So I was like, yo, man, I gotta make me a record, you know what I'm saying? So basically, fast forwarded a couple years, I met a young lady by the name of Vanessa Lopez.
Okay.
She was managing Gigolo, Tony, and Lacey Lace Foresight Records out of Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
So to make a long story short, we hooked up. I got to make the single Rap Will Never Die. And from there, I moved on from Foresight and went to Luke Records.
Right.
Yeah, well, he was Luke Skywalker back then.
Boy, that was a nasty time for you, wasn't it?
It was a beautiful time for me, you know
yeah,
what
I bet
I'm saying?
it was, Luke.
Luke?
But anyway, how much about the Luke situation can we talk about?
Oh, we can go wherever you want to go.
Where do you want to go?
Wherever you want to go.
Let's go at the beginning.
All right.
Let's go with some of the peep shows. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let's not go to the peep shows.
Right.
But if you got any DVDs, we can talk about it. But what was the situation like with Luke Records?
Okay. Well, basically, you know, Luke was a good independent label because the accomplishments that he made on the independent, you can't even get a major to really make them accomplishments right now. You know what I'm saying? So Luke was a real hustler, man, and I take my hat off to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was a shrewd businessman. You know what I'm saying? And he really got out there and got me and 2 Live out there when nobody else was really checking for the South.
Right. No hard feelings.
Oh nah, no hard feelings.
Lawsuit situation.
Yeah, nah, it's only business. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, not personal,
you know,
just business.
Nothing personal, Luke. Holla at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? It was just business. You know, he came to me, he promised me something, and he didn't keep his word of it. And I told him, yo, I'm gonna hold you to your word, and he wasn't a man of his word, so I had to do what I had to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Give
Yeah.
that information. I ain't quite know where I want to go with it.
Okay.
You know, kind of big dude. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
So 2 Live Crew. You went from the 2 Live Crew, and then. Let's
Basically, yeah. Well, like I said, when I was with Luke, man, we went around the world like 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I did that at a young age, in my early 20s. So, I kind of got burnt out at a young age. You know what I'm saying? As far as I really wasn't feeling hip hop no more, you know, because I felt like I had done my job, you know what I'm saying? So kind of, you know, I was kind of trying to get to the background, but, you know, your fans try to keep forcing you to keep. So the more I made records, to me, the whacker I got. You know what I'm saying? After the look situation, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's more or less you one of your own worst critics.
Yeah, you know, but I really wasn't feeling the rap, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had my super producer, Mike Fresh, back then, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, once me and Mike parted ways, see, he stayed with Luke and he went on to produce all that Poison Clan stuff.
Okay.
You know, the Band in the USA album, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
once me and him kind of parted ways, I kind of lost the love for it.
Right. Could you give us a little history on the bass? And where do you see that as far as the relation to music today?
Well, you know, bass music, it came out and it ran its course, you know what I'm saying? But people wasn't really respecting bass because you had so many corny records coming out, you know what I'm saying? You might have 2, 3 good bass songs over here, but then you got 35 whack, corny bass songs over here, so people really couldn't take bass serious. So, you know, I mean, they was kind of running it, and then it burnt itself out.
You believe that as far as bass music in a whole, I mean, as far as regional, I mean, because like in Miami, I mean, it's still kicking in certain areas.
Yeah, well, regional, I mean, bass, believe it or not, when 69 Boys, 95 South came out,
right?
You know, Rip It Records really had them out there, like on, you know, like a major, you know, they had them like major, you know, all over the world. So, I mean, they was really keeping bass alive, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody and their mom had started all these independent companies and they was just getting play in their neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was kind of killing it too.
Right.
You
so
know.
where do you see music as far as a whole now, as far as the direction that it's going in? What do you feel about it? I mean, you being a DJ and you still got that ear. Yeah,
oh yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, I like all the young cats, Soulja Boy, you know what I'm saying? I like my man Shorty Low, you know, T.I., Jeezy. I like everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I just wish we was getting the money that they getting of it, because you know we kind of paved the way, so we kind of need like a what you call it, like an old school kickback. You know, they need to kick a couple of dollars back to an old man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, Houdini was kind of talking some of that same type of situation and stuff.
Yeah.
And as far as not getting enough respect for the new generation of rappers, because you yourself and people like Houdini and stuff being pioneers in the game as far as hip hop itself. You know, how do you feel as far as because people's opinion is different?
Yeah.
As far as getting respect and those paying homage to those that paved the way, pioneers such as yourself.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of old school rappers, to me, I'm just being honest, they bitter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't be bitter.
Right.
God gave us our day just like these new cats got their day. You know what I'm saying? You got to chalk it up as something you did in your life and move on. See, a lot of these cats, you know, they standing back, oh, yo, they whack. These new cats is whack, but it don't matter. They getting their money, you know what I'm saying? Stop being bitter, move on. You know, like I say, Russell Simmons, you know, he's like the head of everything. He should kind of set up, you know, like a little hip-hop kickback to the old school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like I say, the old school did pave the way, you know what I'm saying? Even before me and Run DMC LL, Houdini, you had Grandmaster Flash in them, Africa Bambaataa, Treacherous 3, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then, you know, a lot of them old school cats, believe it or not, they bitter. So what the first thing you do when you mad? You start drinking, you turn to drugs. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny. I know a lot of old school rappers that smoke crack. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel if they was getting like a little small check or something, they'd straighten themselves up and move on with life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's funny you should say Russell Simmons. If it was going to happen, I guess he'd be the one to do it.
Yeah, you know, he's the only
reparations.
Yeah, but see, not trying to be funny, Run DMC is straight for life. So, I mean,
right.
He don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm not straight, and I know it's a whole bunch of other rappers that's not straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you feel about doing features and stuff like that on some of the new records that's coming out?
Oh, I'm with it. I want all the young cats to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can still spit. You know, my voice ain't changed. Everything the same. Yo, just give me a chance. I guarantee you I'll rock your record.
Yeah, and,
you know
and that was actually a plug right there. And
that's right.
Matter of fact, you got a MySpace too, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you shoot that out to the folk out there?
All right, it's, you know, myspace.com/MC Shadi ATL. Once again, MC Shadi ATL. They can go on there, you know, listen to my old music. You know what I'm saying? Check out a couple of old pictures on there back when I was about 100 pounds, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you, man.
Yeah,
and he's
man.
also got telephone numbers on there too.
Oh, yeah,
he's serious
definitely.
about this. Get at him.
Yeah, definitely holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I ain't too hard to get at. You know, I'm just a phone call away.
Yeah, so
You
you
know what I'm
doing
saying?
production and stuff too, or anything like that?
Yeah, well, you know, I still got a couple of drum machines at the house, you know.
Okay.
I blow the dust off them, a couple of SB1200s, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because the production thing now, believe it or not, to me, it's a little easier than it was back in the days. You know, they got Pro Tools now.
Right, right.
And unlike back in the days when you had to do your hook 3-4 times, you just do it one time and they take it and put it over here,
Right.
over it. So, you know, like I said, these cats got it made.
Right, right, right.
You know.
You got any advice for not even just some up and coming artists? How about some of the artists that are already in the game now? I mean, you're a pioneer. You know,
Okay.
you're a veteran. You've been there, and times change, things change. I mean, what is your perspective? What would you like to tell some of them?
Well, I like to tell the young cats basically that your career is not gonna last forever. Basically, that's why I can speak for myself, because back when I was getting money, I thought it was gonna last forever. So I went out, I had 15 cars, 3 motorcycles, and as time went on, I looked up, I was broke.
Right.
So you gotta get a good accountant. Make sure, the number one thing, something else I got in trouble with back in the days, I wasn't paying my taxes. So the RS came in one time. If I had 300,000 in the bank, the RS stepped in and they took 150,000. So you gotta pay them taxes, you know what I'm saying? I remember Kumo D had a Benz. They took that, a 180. You know,
put him on blast, throwing him under the
yeah,
bus.
nah, Kumo my boy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, they will get you. You gotta pay them taxes, and like I say, the young cats basically is not gonna last forever. So make sure you got somebody taking care of your money, so when it is over, your future will be straight. You know, you'll be set up. You wouldn't have to be like me, going out getting a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Right. That's
You
good
know.
advice. That's good advice.
Oh yeah.
But you know, you still doing the music though. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
still can't stay away from the music.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm hip hop for life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I came out of New York with it, out of the Bronx River Projects. You know, so I'm hip hop for life. You know what I'm saying? Even if I live to be 50, I'ma still be walking around here
That's what's up.
rapping and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely what's up. So I mean, you got a lot of big hits under your belt
Okay.
already. I mean, I hate to ask you to pick your favorite child. What was the hit that you did that really did it for you?
Well, believe it or not, I gotta say Shake It. And the only reason I say Shake It is because it crossed over into the white world.
Right.
And you know, I mean, that white money is good money. You know, black money is good money too,
Yeah.
but white people, they spend more. Unlike, like if I was getting 5,000 to do a black club, I can get 10,000 at a white club. You know what I'm saying? So when I made Shake It, it crossed over. So that's where my real money came in. So that's my baby, because I still do shows of Shake It.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you doing some touring, you know, doing some old school concerts, and that's important. I love that, you know.
Okay.
Get some Dougie Fresh on the stage, some MC Shadi.
I mean, man, this man been doing so many shows, man. I mean, it's like he never fell off.
and he's still doing that same move.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this guy, man, whatever year, it might have been 83, 84, the show came out. I mean, man, this guy's still on the road, man. 20, 23, 24 years later,
Still
off
look
that
the
same
same.
song. Yeah.
That's what's up, though.
You know what I'm saying?
And you still out there doing the same thing, though, and that's good because it's also educational too, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's a part of history, and you know they get a chance to experience it.
Oh yeah, but like you said, Dougie Fresh looking the same. I'm about 200 pounds heavier, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I take my hat off him just staying in shape, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been eating a hamburger too many these days, you know what
Hey
I'm
man,
saying?
live, love, and enjoy life, man.
You know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
mad at you. I
Yeah,
just gotta
man.
say thank you very much. Matter
Okay.
of fact, my son's name is Shadi.
Okay.
You know, but
Oh yeah?
I can never forget that name. He's told me to tell you what's up.
Oh yeah, pleasure.
I would definitely like to thank you for spending the time with us. Like I
Okay.
said, DKE TV, we get pioneers, we get legends. MC Shadi, it's your boy Robbie D, aka Mr. Chocolate. Another episode of DKE TV. Hey, thank you for watching.
Night entertainment. DKE.
To be a man.
You might be 50-some years old. It still don't make you no man. Watch this. You might have 50 women. It still don't make you no man. You might have a big Benz and diamond rings. You still ain't no man. No, no. You got a long way to go to be a man. You got a long way to go to be a man. You got a long way to go to be a man. To be a man. Ooh. I know the ladies can feel me on this. Just because you're 20-some years old, don't make you no man. No, 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 no. You might be 50-some years old. It still don't make you no man. You might have 1,000 women. It still don't make you no man. You might have a big Benz and diamond rings. You still ain't no man. No, 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 no. We got a long way to go to be a man. You got a long way to go to be a man. Now watch this. The doctor couldn't tell you what a man is. The doctor couldn't tell you what a man is. 'Cause he damn sure trying to get it right. Ooh, the doctor couldn't tell you. He damn sure he can't tell you what a man is. 'Cause he damn sure trying to get it right, yeah. He damn sure trying to get it right. 'Cause I know we all act like a child sometimes, baby. A whole hell of a lot of times. A whole hell of a lot of times. We got a long way to go to be a man, bro. The doctors, he got a long way to go too. Got a long way to go. The police officers, the students, all the brothers, we got a long way to go. You can be 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. This life gonna show you we got a long way to go. Yeah.